Today, my presentation will be on childhood obesity. When I am done speaking, I want my audience to be left with an awareness of some causes and dangers associated with childhood obesity, as well as methods of prevention and treatment. If you haven't heard by now, America is home to the unhealthiest diet in the world. This diet is referred to as the Western diet, and it consists of oversized meal portions, excess fats, and preservatives. And yes, the list does continue. Now take that diet, combine that with a sedentary lifestyle filled with televisions and video games utilizing the latest technologies of today. Now give that to a generation of children that needs to be more motivated towards physical activity. And what you get, in my opinion, is one of the fastest growing health concerns in America today, and that is childhood obesity. These are our children I'm referring to. These are our nieces, our nephews. These are also our siblings. But ultimately, this generation has the potential to be the future of our society. My intention within this presentation is to leave you with a simple understanding of a complex situation. Why is childhood obesity such a hot topic? And is childhood obesity something that can be treated or even controlled? Why is childhood obesity a growing concern, you might ask? Well, lack of physical activity plays a major role in the percentage of overweight minors. Research has shown that this lack of exercise and physical activity is the major factor in children between the ages of 11 and 15. With the growing popularity of such video games as Call of Duty and the ever-popular Madden NFL franchise, I believe more kids prefer to stay inside than actually get out and attempt to throw a real football. The upside to this is that some gaming companies are starting to see the value in creating healthier video games. Nintendo's Wii made Wii Fit, which is a great idea and something that, even though it's expensive, you can definitely benefit from it. Having your child take part in 30 minutes to an hour of physical activity outdoors or team sport weekly increases their overall health. There are also several physical and emotional hazards associated with being overweight at a young age. A lot of these health concerns have a tendency to carry over into adulthood, so we're setting our kids up for failure before they even get started. In a society built on image, it is easy to become unhappy with one's physical appearance. This unhappiness can lead to low self-esteem or even depression, and in some cases, the depression itself may lead to eating disorders, which in turn feed the obesity problem itself. And in some cases, also leads to suicidal thoughts, tendencies, and gestures. Hypertension or high blood pressure, while more common in overweight adults, is becoming an increasing concern amongst overweight minors. This is sad, but it's true. Another growing health concern is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes occurs when the body can no longer produce enough insulin to regulate high blood sugar levels caused by excessive consumption of complex carbohydrates and saturated fats. Recent studies have shown that as much as 40%, I say again, 40% of children with diabetes have type 2 diabetes. So 40% of children that have diabetes were not born with, however, because of their eating habits, contracted type 2 diabetes. Usually, for every problem there is a solution. The same is to be said about childhood obesity. There are many causes and concerns associated with this growing issue and many questions yet to be answered. However, thanks to an increased awareness, research and studies are being done every day in order to create more innovative ideas for prevention and treatment, and parents are becoming more educated as to what they can do as well. What can be done to help prevent or treat childhood obesity? Well, first off, before a child is diagnosed as being overweight, certain tests and procedures can be conducted. Blood tests can be done in order to determine your child's cholesterol or blood sugar levels, as well as body mass index or BMI tests can be conducted as well, and those determine where your child rates when compared to children his or her age by height and weight. When a child is diagnosed as being overweight or obese, nutrition and exercise will more than likely be recommended. However, in some extreme cases, kids require way more than just exercise and fruits. Xenical is a medication approved for use by children ages 12 and up. When food is broken down and digested, the nutrients is absorbed into the small intestines. Xenical prevents fat absorption during this process. Also, cholesterol-lowering medications such as statin may be prescribed as well. However, the Food and Drug Administration warns against long-term use of such medications within minors. That is why more effort needs to be put into prevention in order to not subject these children to medications that could do more harm than good. Gastric bypass surgery and lap band procedures are two surgeries that are gaining momentum as worst-case scenario treatments. To reiterate what was said earlier, though medication and treatments are available, there are health concerns associated with the long-term use of these medications, as well as the long-term effects on the child's growth and development. So again, prevention before treatment, and I think we're in a good area. Also, making more healthier foods more affordable and accessible. Great idea. Driving around, we've all seen a McDonald's, Taco Bell, or Burger King on a street corner or two at almost every major intersection. Well, wouldn't it be nice to replace those with, say, a juice bar or even a farmer's market? America has become a society built on convenience. And due to this convenience, we don't always make the healthiest decisions. I could get the number 6 now and supersize it, or while I'm on my way home, I could actually stop off at the store, make a healthier choice, go home and actually prepare that meal. But speaking of the grocery store, while at the grocery store, you can't help but notice the major price differences between the generic brands and the so-called healthier, organic, or all-natural brands. Now, thanks to today's economy, some families are forced to choose the more affordable, less healthier brands. However, things are being done to, hopefully improve this. Also, First Lady Michelle Obama, within her campaign for a healthier generation, has urged for and pushed for a lot of major changes within the school systems and their meal choices. Even some big names within the fast food industry are going towards more healthier options as well within their kids' menus. You have your choice of maybe apple slices and juice boxes as opposed to the traditional fries and a fountain drink. I would like to thank all of you for your time and allowing me to speak on such a subject. I am proud to have raised awareness on something we see and take for granted every day. It's easy to blame the parents or the so-called system for letting these kids down. But before passing judgment, I challenge you to do your own research. Mine is only one opinion upon thousands. If this presentation urges one person to take a more aggressive role in the life of one child, then I feel successful. Let us all do what we can to make sure these children are able to put their best efforts forward. Children should be more worried about schoolwork, projects, or summer family vacations that they've waited all year for. Not worried about type 2 diabetes, hypertension, or lap band procedures. These are major problems that are only supposed to be affecting adults. And by allowing these problems to manifest in the minds and the bodies of these kids, we have all failed as a society. Something to think about. But again, thank you.